Part 2. What is the speak test testing? The speak test is testing 4 language competencies. The first is functional competence. Functional competence is the speaker's ability to choose the correct function to reasonably address the task. For example, if you are giving directions, you need to be able to say, "Yes, I can give you directions," and if you can choose the correct language to carry out that task. The second competency is sociolinguistic competence. This is the speaker's ability to show that they can choose the appropriate language and the appropriate level of formality or register and tone for the person that they're speaking to. The third language competency is discourse competence. This is the speaker's ability to organize their language clearly and to make sure that there is cohesion, that the ideas that you're speaking about relate to each other. It's the speaker's ability to develop and organize information in a very understandable way. The final competency is linguistic competence. This is accuracy, the student's ability to use vocabulary, grammar, pronunciation that are appropriate for that language function. All 4 competencies are looked in a holistic way to decide what is the best rating for a student. How is the test scored? The test is scored using a rubric, which will be explained on the next slide. 2 trained ESL teachers and also trained speak test raters listen to each examination. If there is a difference of more than 10 points between the first rater and the second rater, a third rater listens to the examination to decide the final score. The test is scored on a scale from 20 to 60. 60 is the top score and 20 is the low score. 60 is not a perfect score. The speak test is for non-native speakers of English, and so non-native speakers should be able to score 60 on the speak test. Here is the speak test rating scale. As you can see, a score of 20, no effective communication. 30, communication is generally not effective. The task generally performed poorly. 40, the communication is somewhat effective. The task is performed somewhat competently. 50, communication is generally effective. The task is performed competently. And the high score of 60, communication is almost always effective, and the task is performed very competently. Again, these scores are based on the 4 competencies.